Boom, there we go. I think I'm in there. I was playing around with the transition, and it just like switched me over. I'm like, okay. I guess now is a good time to start. What is going on, guys?
There we go. I think I'm
Let me switch a couple of things around here. Was doing a sound check earlier, so I can hear myself in the ear now. So I'm going to change that up a little bit. What is going on, y'all? Welcome to the live stream. Looks like we got a few people in here, so we're going to be building up from there. But today's live stream, we're going to be talking about business entities, some things that you should be keeping in your head and thinking about when you're running business, whether it's going to be a small business or a big established brick and mortar business as well. And then always we're going to be following up with a little bit of Q&A, probably a lot of bit of Q&A, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So stick around. It's all coming up. What's going on, guys, and welcome to another live stream, Tuesday night live stream. My name is Patrick, as always, and this is Window Tinting Business, where we strive to inform, inspire, and improve you as a professional. So thank you very much for joining us today. We do our Tuesday night live streams every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Looks like I got Niles Reddick in the house, Mike Cardozo, excuse me, Wow, what's up, y'all? I'm surprised I don't see Julian in the chat. He's usually right on it. So I hope y'all have had a good time. There he is. There we go. There you go. So live stream today, like I said, we're going to be talking about business entities and different types of things that you could be doing to establish yourself and protect yourself as well. Quick disclosure before we get into this whole thing, I am not a CPA, so I don't want, don't be taking legal advice from me. If you need specific advice for your particular situation, make sure to seek a professional, either a CPA, a lawyer, anything of that nature. But the purpose of this topic here is to just kind of plant some seeds and let you think about some stuff that you need to probably do while running a business and to be able to protect yourself in different entities that are available. And these are just some things that I've learned throughout my years of doing these types of businesses and, just life stuff. Nah, Julian, I didn't think I'd get rid of you, brother. I didn't think. You even watched me when I played Fortnite a few days ago, which was fun and weird because I had a lot of people, a lot more watches than I figured on that one. But yeah, let's go ahead and roll right into it, and then we're going to go ahead and get into the Q&A just a little bit now. Here, we got about 8 people in the stream here, so that is good. So let's talk about business entities. First and foremost, let's start with the very basic one, and that's going to be a DBA. DBA is also known as doing business as. And it is not an official entity, so to speak. It's more of... it's a way that, okay, so my name is Patrick, right? But I don't want people, just saying Tint by Patrick or something like that. Let's say I have a side business and I call it Empire Auto Tint, okay? So that I want to call myself Empire Auto Tint. Maybe people write checks to me or payments. I want to look professional. I want things to say Empire Auto Tint. I don't want them to say my name personally because my name isn't the business name. So in the state of Florida, and I believe everywhere else, they're getting a little bit more strict. I know back in the day, I was able to just get a business account and run it under a DBA. That way I can keep the finances separated from my personal and business. But now, I think they've changed it up a little bit where you actually have to register what's known as a fictitious name with the state registry. And then after that, they want you to... They'll either send you a notice... saying that you need to put some sort of announcement in the local newspaper, or you can send them off some money and they'll go do it. But then that way you have an official registered doing business as name, and then you can actually open up a business account and at a bank and run it through there. One side note as well too. Whatever business entity you do decide to go with, make sure you do get a business account separate from your personal, and that's going to be very important. I'm going to explain to you how important it is. DBA really is not as important because the the purpose of these different business entities is actually for liability purposes and protection purposes for you. So doing a business as is just basically essentially working under a different name or a fictitious name. But you still have sole ownership and sole responsibility of whatever happens within the business. So under a DBA, just so you know, in the event, let's say I have a DBA and it's called Empire Auto Tint. In the event that I get sued, maybe I damage someone's car, something where I destroy their car and it's like 20 grand. And I don't have the money to pay for it, and they sue me. Let's say that happens, which is a possibility. At that point, they can go after my personal assets, my home, my car, my savings, my bank accounts, everything that's under my name, they can go after it. So it's risky. It's risky doing a DBA. So you want to be very cautious and aware of that. The next step would be an LLC or a sole proprietorship. Yeah, an LLC or a limited liability company. Now I've done limited liability companies. I've made them. I've established them. The easiest way is I went to LegalZoom.com, and I think it cost me a couple $100, $250. Not a lot. And they do everything. You just tell them what the business name you want to be, what state you're in. Hold on. Starting to get hot in here. What business name you want to be and what state you're in, and they basically pretty much take care of it for you. So, and then that way they just send you the information. So a limited liability company is important too, because now you're your separate entity, and this is where business accounts and personal accounts have to stay separate. One risk that you deal with in regards to an LLC and still being able to get you. So an LLC, I'm sorry, let's try to explain this a little bit better. So an LLC will protect you because let's say the same situation happens, but and I'm getting sued, but instead of the DBA, I have an LLC. In that particular situation, they can only sue the business, not me personally, but the business and for what the business is worth. So if they're suing me for $20,000 and the business only has assets in $5,000 in the $5,000 range, they can only get that. They could dig a little deeper, possibly, but this is, like I said earlier, is where you discuss it with a CPA. So they cannot get your personal assets. There is one workaround where they are able to, if you have an LLC if you have an LLC, there is one possible way that they still can get your personal assets. And this is known as piercing the corporate veil. If you guys haven't heard of this, it's essentially when you run a business and you have an LLC, but you intermix your personal and your business. So if the best way is to get a separate business account, the business money stays on one side, your personal money stays on the other side. Anything that has to do with the business, whether you're purchasing materials, supplies, whatever, it stays within the business, and then your personal stuff stays separate. Now, if you're running your business out of your personal account and you don't have a business account and you're intermixing the two things together, and you're not treating it as a separate entity, then at that point, if you're in the event that you're sued, that is what's known as piercing the corporate veil. They can go after you at that point for your personal assets, your house, your savings, anything, basically whatever you're worth. So if you're going to have an LLC or any type of business entity, or an LLC, an S Corp, you want to move, definitely get a business account. Keep it all separate. And like I said, I'm just, if you guys have any questions regards specifically to you, just make sure that you touch base with a CPA or a lawyer for your particular situation. Now, DBA and LLC are the basic two that I'm going to be covering today. There is what's known as an S Corp. For the best part of what I know, an S Corp would be good if you had something like, if you had 50 employees or more, or up to 49 employees. But most of us will never get to that because a shop, I mean, unless you're, I don't know, unless you're Tommy Silva, you wouldn't employ that many people. Like, even a decent shop that makes it some good, it would probably be like 5 to 10 people, maybe. So I think those are the main ones that I'm going to be focusing on today. Let's see. Let's see here. I'm going to be running over here. Let's see who we got in the chat. Let's hold on 1 second here. We got about 9 people in here as well. Boom. Let's move over here to the Q&A here. We're about 7:20, so we're doing good so far. Keeping it crisp, really clean. I like to just kind of get in, get it done, and move on to the Q&A. If we have some Q&A, we'll go run through it. And if we don't, then we'll kind of move on with our day here. All right, Julian saying, okay, Patrick, but they not dragged to court the administrator of business. Julian, if you could rephrase that, I'm a little confused. Okay, Patrick, but they not dragged to court the administrator of business. I'm a little confused at what you're saying right there. But if you guys have any other questions, concerns, shout-outs, criticisms, make sure to go ahead and hit it in the comments section. Now is the time here. It looks like we got about 10 people on the live stream. Take a minute to share the live stream, too, if you have the chance. But, yeah, let's see. Niles Reddick asks, tips for starting a business while working 60 hours? Question. 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Wow, brother, you are grinding. Yeah, building clients solely due to Sundays. Yeah, it's most definitely possible. I mean, you're going to be working even more. But it's definitely possible to just build a business off of one Sunday. What is it? If you don't mind me asking, Niles, what exactly do you do? If it's a job that you can kind of shave down from 60 hours to 50 hours and then 50 hours to 40 hours, it's kind of like you're stacked on one side and you have your personal business on the other. So maybe you start on Sundays and you build a little bit enough so that you can take like maybe a day off from the other side. And then you start working a little bit more. Now you have a day or 2 days. And then from there, you kind of you work a little bit more and you build it up a little bit more so you can take a little bit less off this day. So it's basically you're still going to be working, but you're slowly transitioning from working for yourself, working for someone else, to working for yourself. Oh, so you're already doing window tint. Ooh, okay, so that one is a little bit tough because of conflict of interest. For me, I'm fully open with my employer. Yeah, with my employers, that I do side work and that I run tint on the side as well, like a small business on my own. But the difference with me is that I am 25 miles away, about 45-minute drive from my shop that I work at. So I am not a direct competitor, nor do I do flat glass. I just strictly do auto. So people in this area wouldn't, unless they absolutely love the shop, they wouldn't travel 45 minutes to get their car tinted at my shop. No one does. They just go wherever the closest one is within 10 to 15 miles. Okay, 40-mile drive. Wow, 40 miles. Well, if that's all highway, that's not too bad. I guess that's a 30-minute drive if you're driving 80. Yeah, mine is like 24 miles, and it takes me 45 because I'm on surface roads the whole time. Brutal. Yeah, I would say if you've been there for 6 years, it really just depends. You have to say. If you can source your own film, and if you're not a direct competitor, I guess it wouldn't, unless you think that they might get rid of you because you want to start your own side business 40 miles away, which would be silly, I think, in my opinion, for someone to go crazy about that. But no, I think you should be fine. Talk with them. Unless you think they're gonna fire you, then if you think they're gonna fire you, don't say anything. Start working Sundays, build up from there. That would be my advice in that situation. Non-compete signed previous employer. I don't know the details of the non-compete. Check and see how long. how far you go. Just because someone gives you a non-compete doesn't mean you have to sign it. In my particular situation, if anyone ever gave me a non-compete, I would not sign it, and I would most likely not be working for them, because in the event that I do have to leave, then I would have to quit my job or get fired, and then I would also have to move away, which is brutal, bro. Brutal. Julian. Oh. If someone wants to drag, okay, Julian, I get it here. I don't know how the court system really works and differs between the UK and here in the States. I have experience in setting up my own entities and business entities, but I've never actually been sued. So I can't really give my opinion on it because I've never really actually gone through it. So with that part, I've never actually been to court over something like that. So I'm not trying to dodge the question. I just don't want to talk about something that I don't really have experience in. I hope that's fair. Got about nine people in the live chat. Live stream. Looks good. Oh, I'm enjoying my coffee. I'm on this new diet, intermittent fasting. It's phenomenal. If you guys don't know what it is, look it up. It's awesome. But the only downside is that I usually drink like 2 or 3 cups of coffee a day, and I'm limited to now black coffee until like my eating window. So my window like closes in like 34 minutes. So I can drink this coffee until then. Oh my Lord, so good. Let's see what we got going online. This might boot me, just so everyone's aware. Uh-oh, got a couple questions in here. Nice. Oh, too small here. Kind of off subject, but do you have any advice quoting a job for a city police department? It's 6 patrol cars with 2 front sides only on 6 patrol cars with 2 front sides only on all of them. Yeah, usually they go through vendors, and then you have to be like on a vending list to do something like that. But if you're going to be doing city work, government work, things of that nature, you really want to make sure your ducks are in a row. Just in the event that they like are not pleased with you, the last thing you want them to do is like shut your business down. Could they do that? Is it ethical? Probably not, but it's probably not ethical working and doing business without the proper licensings and different things of that nature either. So I'd be cautious, but with that said, I would a buddy of mine told me about a way that they do things. If you need the money, then you can give them a little bit of a discount, but don't go too crazy. It's like dealerships. Dealerships offer you the world because they're going to run volume until they don't run volume, and then now you're just running yourself ragged for a discounted rate. A buddy of mine, what he does is the first 10 cars, full retail. On 11 to 20 cars, they get 10% off. On 21 to 30 cars, they get another 10% off, and then the max is out at 30%. So that the more cars they bring you, the bigger discounts they get as they go further down the trough. But if they don't bring you volume, then you don't get a discount. And then that's through the span of a month. So the first of the month it starts, and you keep track of it, and then by the end of the month, it starts over. And then that way it's fair to you, because then you're not giving like a deep discount for your services for the promises of volume that never comes. So. Because your time is probably worth more doing other things if not. So. Oh, awesome. Dwan Lester says, loves the towel method for the back window. Got my time down to 2 hours. Now, big night, 2 hours now. Big night help. Thanks again. Well, you're welcome. Thank you very much. I'm glad we can definitely help you out here. And 2 hours is a solid time, my friend. Solid time. Hour and a half to 2 hours. Usually, if they're faster than an hour and a half, like I heard some people, they're like, yeah, I can do a car in 45 minutes. Usually, there's something. You know, the cleaning process isn't as great. You know, maybe the edges don't go all the way to the edge. Maybe they didn't shrink it correctly. Fingers, something. Always something. Not there is exceptions to the rules, but yeah, I'd say an hour and a half to 2 hours is a really good and comfortable time area. Yeah, $90 each on a set of windows. I say that's pretty good. I have film that I do 80, 90, or 100. I'd like to stick to my film cost at about 10%. Maybe 15. Really stretch it to 20 if I'm really trying to give someone a good deal for some reason. Or if it's like I have a really expensive film, but 10 or 15% film cost is just way outrageous, like no one's going to pay that price, then you have to do what you got to do. That's almost what people do for Lumar. I did the math on it, and at like ATC, which is their entry dye film, if you're doing a 10% film cost, it's like $295 for a 4-door car, which is nuts, because you're starting to get into like ceramic pricing at that point. 7:30. Who caught the live stream the other day playing Fortnite? That was fun. Julian knocking him out in 2 to 3 hours, brother. Heck yeah. Heck yes. Not that many people on the live stream, but I don't care. It's 9 people. I don't care. Better quality than quantity, right? Thanks to me. Thanks to you, my friend. I just have words and videos. It's you. You're putting in the work. But keep it up. Keep it up. What is next? I'm a little sunburnt. We went to the beach this weekend, and it was overcast, and I still got burnt. Like, I know, like they say, like it's more strong if it's overcast, and I'm like, yeah, okay, but I've never really experienced it until just this past weekend. Now my shoulders are burnt. My shoulders are almost as, no, not this red, but they're a little bit red. Patrick, what do you think on the vaccination? I've heard pros and cons. All my kids are vaccinated, and we went through all the vaccinations, so I guess that's what you do. Sometimes you do what everyone else does because you don't know any better. I'm not a doctor, so I couldn't say whether or not like vaccinations cause autism or other things of that nature. But I hear good. I mean, they're supposed to be good for you, so I gotta trust it until they start, unfortunately doing some serious damage. Then I gotta rethink it. Infinity JKA, can you react to 1-2 oatmeal? I don't know what 1-2 oatmeal is. Holiday, mate. Holiday. Vacation. Vaccination? That says Oh, vacation. Like, what do I think about vacation? I love vacations. Oh, the holiday in UK. Oh, the trip to UK. See, holiday. Like, you gotta talk a little bit. Like, I'm thinking, like, when you say holiday, I think like actual like Christmas or like the holidays. That's yeah. I mean, I definitely thought about the traveling over to the UK, Julian. Like I said, I'm not in the financial position to just off and go to the UK, but if I can put a training class together in the UK for about 4 to 8 people, if we can do something like that and get that situated, then it would be cost effective because I can actually go work, still enjoy my work, and then just go run around and go do stuff in the UK also. But yeah, so if we can get something like that, if y'all are in the UK, whoa, Lester in here hitting it up with a $5 super chat here. Definitely appreciate the donation. For those of you guys that don't know, the super chat is a way that you can donate to the channel to help support the channel. So definitely thank you very much. Much appreciated. Let's see here. Rick or Niles says, I've turned down dyed film applications because I was taught all dyes fade. Dye expires, turns purple, so I stick to ceramic and carbon. Question: Are there dyed films that do not fade? Nope. Some films have color stable technologies, because there's different films with there's different films with different other things. Julian hitting it up with a $5 super chat. Definitely appreciate that. Thank you very much, guys. Very, very kind of you. Very generous of you. Appreciate that. Color stable. There's some films out there that's known as color stable, so they say that it's never going to fade. But dyed films, ceramic films, nanocarbon, carbon, metallized, hybrids. There's so many different types of films out there by so many different types of manufacturers. Nothing is forever. So my rule of thumb is, as always, no matter what it is, if it's not going to last more than 7 years, then obviously don't give a lifetime warranty. But it's okay to give a 3 to 5 year warranty if you know that the film's not going to last as long and they don't want to. Oh, £5, not dollars. Sorry, I get mixed up on that one. Lester was the $5. Julian was the £5. Yes, sorry about that. Oh, you know what? The royal wedding was just a few weeks ago. Was it nuts over there? I heard it was. I'm sure it was nuts over there. My old lady was sat up. She was up at like 6 in the morning watching that, watching the whole coverage and the whole thing. So she loved it. I don't know if it was that big of a big deal. It was a big deal. I mean, the world was watching, so I don't know. But Niles, your question with the dyed film, you could take dyed film. I mean, unless you're super slammed, and you're busy with the ceramics and carbons, then you could totally stick with that. But if you have a little bit of open time, or maybe you feel like you're losing some clientele just due to the price, then opening up a more affordable, I don't say cheap option, or cheaper, I say the more affordable option, then that might be a good thing too. So just an option, a little food for thought. Okay, Trey asks, when shrinking a back glass, how can you get rid of the horizontal fingers? Okay, number one, make sure that you're shrinking film the correct way, up and down, because you can't shrink left and right. But what you want to do is that as you're shrinking, the film could go, like, you start off a finger here, and then it kind of goes like into a Y. So so now you have 2 fingers, like doing this way, and it's kind of horizontal this way. Then at that point, you can run your finger down the middle and separate them to 2 smaller fingers. And you can do the same thing again. If they go into the Y, you can go into smaller and smaller fingers. But if they're going horizontal and they're crimping on you, like they're just binding and they're not moving, that means your film is sideways, and it has to be the correct way. So I hope that answered your question here. Learn the currency. There's the only 2. That's pretty much the only currency I know. Dollars, pesos, pounds. I don't know what they use in Canada. I don't know. Canadian money. And that's pretty much it. Rubies? Does India still use rubies? I don't know. Push horizontal fingers to the top and bottom and shrink as normal. Wow. Tents and sleeping bags. They love that stuff. They love the Queen. That's what I hear. Mexicanos, man. Niles asks, forgot to mention, what's a good warranty to give with more affordable options? If you know that it's not, it really just depends on how long do you think it'll last. You want the warranty just about as long as it's going to last. I personally, here's the thing, and I'll be honest with you. I would try to avoid any films that you think may not last more than 7 years. And if it's below that, then you have a possibility of having to do more R&Rs or removals and replacements or warranty work. The warranty covers it. Obviously, always check to see if the warranty is covered by the manufacturer, and to make sure they're covering the film cost plus labor and how much, because I know sometimes they cap out how much they're going to pay out for labor in a warranty claim. But first step, always go with a film that has a pretty decent warranty that they're going to cover the film and parts of the labor. And I'd probably say 3 years, 3 to 5 years is a good point. If you give 5 years, here's the tricky part. If you give a 5-year warranty and the film starts fading and failing at 3 years, you're going to have a major problem with everyone that you sell that film to. On the reverse side, if you give a 3-year warranty and that film could last at least 5 years, then when it starts to fail on them, which it will, all film will fail. But once it starts to fail, they're well past their warranty, and then at that point, you don't have to do the work. You're not obligated under the warranty. So that's my advice on that. Holland. Mr. Decker in the house. Hello from Holland. Well, hello. Hello. Super chats. Woo! Thanks again, guys. Thanks again, Lester, Julian. Appreciate it. Let's see what we got going on here. I think I might be doing some more of the Fortnite live streams. Not gonna lie. I play on my big screen, so it's like I think the refresh rate isn't. They say once if you're gaming, I don't know if you guys are gamers or not, but if you game on too big of a TV, it's like it's not good because the refresh. I have a 65-inch TV, so I don't know how. I gotta check the hertz on it and see how good the refresh rate is. But I swear I'm not as bad as I play on that TV. Oh, I'm like just a split second behind almost everything because I don't do very well. Maybe there's just a lot of good people out there, and I'm horrible. Suntech Pro, yeah, it's a pretty solid film. I would say that's a solid film. It's curious to me because I know a lot of manufacturers are here in the States. I'm wondering what other film companies are international. I believe Lumar is. I believe Global or Gawari is also international because they're manufactured out of India. And ironically, India has like strict tint laws. So, yeah, window tint being manufactured in a place that's completely not allowed. If you have a 65-inch TV, sell the ticket to cinema, make some money. Yeah, I gotta. It's Vizio. Here's the thing. I am a homebody. I like to stay home, especially with 2 younger kids. It's always a pain to be running around and running out. Don't get me wrong. I like to go out from time to time. I'm not a full hermit, but if I do a lot of work. I work 6 days a week. I do this live stream. I try to do other things. So when I am home, I like to enjoy my home, and I like to watch a good movie, have some good sound, and a good TV. So. If you guys don't have a 60-inch or 70-inch TV, save some money, buy it on Black Friday. It's amazing. You'll thank me. You witnessed it on Sunday. I swear I'm not that bad. I want to get another monitor right here. I'm not trying to turn it into a gaming channel, but I think I want to do some more vlog options. And I think I'll throw some gaming in there from time to time just because that's what I do. I want to be able to give people another option, you know, a deeper insight into me, like who I am personally and like what else, what other interests I like to do as well, on top of, you know, the trainings and the live streams and other things of that nature. So if you guys are enjoying that or like that, then you can watch it. And if you think that's a horrible idea, then I guess you don't have to watch it when I do it. 650-pound orders from Lumar. Oh, wow. Yeah. I think their monthly minimum here is $850 a month. So I guess not too far off, but yeah, that's brutal. That's brutal to use Lumar. Poof. But it's good stuff. It is good stuff. It's like overpriced though. You know, it's really expensive. Really expensive. I was talking to a buddy of mine, Matt from Tint Stuff. I was wondering where Matt from Tint Stuff is. That guy was hilarious. Yeah, like the average like film cost for, let's say, a standard dyed film should be in the range. Him and I were talking between like 50 cents and 70 cents a square foot. You know, a couple of different outliers here and there, but that's pretty much a ballpark figure for like standard dyed film. And shoot, I think they're in the range of like 83 cents a square foot. It's expensive stuff, you know, and then it's hard. People will sell it because it's Lumar. People use Lumar, maybe they don't have a brand yet, so they want to use Lumar to build a brand. To be honest, there's better margins with other film. You just have to build an established business, I think, to be able to go away from someone like that. Do next one on World of Warcraft. You haven't touched your PS3 in 2 years? That's crazy, Mike, because now there's a PS4. I don't know if you know, bro. I hope you haven't used that PS3. No one's used that PS3 in 2 years. You know what's funny? I got the PS4, hooked up the TV. My old lady got Skyrim. She loves that game. And I got GTA because I love that game. Just run around, do GTA, and then all her and I do is play Fortnite, which is a free downloaded game, which is hilarious. Where do you buy here? Oh, in UK it is. Yeah, there's the UK. Looks like the UK. Holland, I guess there isn't, but I guess there might be a manufacturing facility near there. Maybe. Lexan Film. Trey asks, "What's my opinion on Lexan Film?" I've heard their tinting, their headlights and taillight tint is very good. I haven't heard of any complaints. I hear the product is good. As far as window film goes, I haven't actually heard anything about it, so I couldn't really give you my opinion on that. I haven't heard anything about it, but I hear that their headlight and taillight film is phenomenal. Yep. Xbox. Niles, come on, bro. You gotta get on that PS4. I'm just kidding. I mean, to each their own. It was just PS4 rocks. PS4 rocks. I watched a guy named Upshell, and he just switched from. I'm really contemplating trying to like hook up a keyboard to Xbox. To my PS4 to see if that's even better because I need some help somewhere. Oh, Mike, it's okay to take some time off. A little R&R for yourself. It's not a bad thing, my friend. Go ahead and spoil yourself and get a PS4. We have one. I think I'm going to get another one. I'm trying to get two so that, because right now we only have one PS4, but the old lady and I both play, so we can't play together on one. So I got to get another one. And I think I'm going to set up here, and then that way I can listen and play, and then her and I can play together. Maybe boyfriend, girlfriend playing. 11 people watching. For those of you that are watching, this is Patrick with Window Tinting Business. If you've been watching for a little bit, we've been just talking about some personal stuff also. But this is the Tuesday night live stream. Just going over some Q&A. Talked about a little bit about business entities. If you're just checking in now, check back in with the rebroadcast at the very beginning or rewind. And you should be good to go, and you'll be able to see all of that. Decker making connections. Yeah, because if you can set them up with film, that'd be awesome. I saw that post. Mike, I think I saw that post. I did see that post, actually. Not I think. I did. It looked great. It looked great. Kudos, my friend. Kudos. Let's see here. Recommended width for film. 36 to 24 is gonna be it's gonna be good. 96% of the time. There are some films that you do need a 40-inch roll, so you might have to grab that. That's if you can afford to have 36 inches. 24 because you're gonna be able to cover you're gonna be covered sideways most like trucks, and 36 you're gonna cover most back windows and front windows. There is the occasional 40-inch back window. In that case, you would have to have an extra roll that is a 40-incher. But if you can't afford it all, stick with the 40-inch, my friend. Plus 40-inch. You have enough for a glare strip, sun strip. The very bottom or the very top, it depends on how you cut it out. So you can always just save those and then just put them to the side, and then that way you have material for sun strips, so you don't like waste that film. Little bromance going on between Julian and Decker from Holland. I hope y'all work it out. I like that. Working together. That's the whole point of this channel. That's the whole point. Marinus. I hope I'm not messing that up. Been on for about 45 minutes. Minutos. Jeff asks, Apex Film any good? I haven't heard. Oh, God, I hate to say that, but I haven't heard of anything. Let's look it up. Apex Film. Oh, there we go. Window film. Let's do that. Window film reviews. Let's see what we have. Rip-off report. Ooh, that's not a good sign first off the bat. Angie's List. Okay, let's go with number 1. Let's just see here. Rip-off report. So it looks like it might be a rip-off. Apex Window Films. Oh, it looks like someone's got a sob story about being ripped off. Let's see, BBB. Better Business Bureau profile. Let's check them out. It says Apex Window Films is an authorized 3M window film dealer providing residential window tinting services for upstate New York, including Rochester, Syracuse, Buffalo, Ithaca. That might be a specific person or specific business. Apex. Hey, let's check out Tint Dude. Let's see what we have here. Let's move this over. Tintdude.com. Let's check out what we have here. Let's search Apex. Apex Film. Not finding anything on Apex, my friend. Let's see Facebook. It's gonna pull up my personal. No. I don't want to pull up my personal. Not on here. Couldn't find anything on Apex, my friend. Let's see. Oh. What film would you start with? Jeff, I would start from what I've used personally. Max Pro is a good starting point because it's a great price point. I think I used Max Pro and I was at like 47 cents a square foot, I believe. 42 to 47 cents a square foot, which is a very affordable film, lower than the average. Problem is that on aggressive shrinks like Mercury Grand Marquis, Crown Vic, and harder aggressive shrinks, I did a Dodge Neon and the film just wouldn't hold up. It would continuously heat crease on me. Very frustrating, makes you want to punch everything. So if you're just starting out, I would start with Max Pro because it's affordable and you're going to run through a lot of it. But once you start getting a little bit better, then you're going to need a film that works a little bit better. Johnson is a good brand. Their Marathon brand is a hybrid film. That's the second film I ever used. Really, really rugged. Can definitely handle the heat. Definitely can shrink, and that's a good one too. If I had to go between Johnson and Max Pro, I would say Johnson for sure. I'm about to mess around with XPEL. I heard some good things, and I got some sample rolls I'm looking forward to working with, and their price points are pretty good as well. So look for that. Trey, yes, 40 inches is more than good enough for a back glass. Totally fine. It's better. You're probably gonna have more. So line up the top edge about 2 inches, an inch or two above where the dot matrix is, and then tack it down. Cut your edges, so all you'd have to do is cut the sides and the bottom, and keep the bottom portion. It should be 6 inches or more. You'll be able to keep that for glare strips to sell in the future. Jeff, GeoShield. I've heard GeoShield. I've never used them. I do know they're an affordable film. I do know established shops to use GeoShield. Then they'd be a good one too. 30 is going to be a little shy on a back window. Not a roll up, but like a back window. Yeah, 30 might be a little shy because I've seen 36-inch will cover it. I've seen sometimes 30s won't do it. Might be different in the UK. Give me one moment here. My boy was knocking on the door. See, that's what I love about my new studio area. This is my studio. Is that like this is literally like my closet. I just this is my closet that I set up as a studio. So I have the closet door here, but then I have my full bedroom and then my door to my bedroom that's locked. And that way my kids can't be running in here, or when they scream and you guys can't hear them. Let's see where we're at. All right, but I'm going to give it a few more questions. Trash alarm. Julian, no trash alarm. I have actually learned to stop it. So now I don't have a trash alarm on Tuesdays anymore. Still goes out. I just don't have it because after 5 weeks of the alarm keep going off on my live stream, I went ahead and just disarmed it on that day. But I appreciate it. Oh, so sweet. This coffee so good. I have 2 minutes left on my eating window, then it's closed for the next 18 hours. I don't need another meal until it's 8 o'clock now, 8 p.m. So I won't eat my next meal until 2 p.m. tomorrow. So that'll be interesting. Not really interesting. I've been doing it for a week already, so it's going well. I've been debating on whether to do the 18-6 intermittent fasting, or going with the OMAD, or the 1 meal a day eating style. I think I'll do the intermittent for the 18-6 for a while and try to see how the 1 meal a day works. And if not, I could just switch back and forth. If you had an employee working for you and he wants to use a roll to pre-cut for a side job, how would you charge such employee? If he's an employee and he's your boy, I just probably charge them cost. Because it's probably not much more, and I don't know if you're trying to make a profit. Now, if you have a bunch of people coming and buying raw rolls of film from you from other people that you don't know, I probably double whatever I pay. So if I'm paying 50 cents a square, I'd probably charge them $1 a square. Like if I didn't know them. But if they're like peoples to me, and they're or they're like my employee, and they're like they got a side job, good for them, and it's not going to affect my business, just sell it to them at cost. Gives them a little bit of money to put in their pocket, and you're doing them a solid. You're building a little bit of rapport and trust. Email you the diet. The diet is super simple. It's called the intermittent fasting, and some people start off where they fast, and I don't eat anything or drink anything. The only things I drink during my fasting period is water, black coffee, and tea. I don't drink tea, so it's either black coffee or water for me during the fasting period. Most people start off 14:10, and then they go to like a 16:8, and then they go to an 18:6. But I just went straight to 18:6, which is the bigger number is the amount of time you're fasting, and then that's pretty much it. You don't eat anything. And then you eat during your eating window. Problem is like during your eating window, when it opens up, if you scarf 17 Snickers bars down and you eat like a fat cow, it's not going to work. You got to eat like a normal person. But for you guys that don't know, the reason for that is that like your insulin levels stay down and your body loses glucose, and it's what your body uses for energy. So when your body is depleted of glucose from your liver, then what happens is that your body will now turn your body fat into energy. So that's the basic premise of it. I love the communication here. Lost me on coffee. I know, and it's been black. I love coffee, and it's straight black coffee. No cream, no sugar, no nothing. Black coffee. It's frustrating, but I'm trying. I'm 34 years old, and I don't want to be a fat blob. So, actually, I want to be like in stupid good shape. So, best way to get more customers, Jeff asks. Mike says, word of mouth and business cards. That's right. Word of mouth is solid. If you're churning out good work, they will tell others, and others will come. Others will come. Oh, that's a really good one. Business cards. Make business cards. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good tip for you. Let's move over here so I can get a bigger screen here. Boom. Let's move this here. So this is Avery. There we go. Avery business cards. These white matte business cards, they're pre-perforated, so like they're easy to bend. And break apart. So they come in sheets like this, and you can print these off. These are awesome. These are less than $5. I'm looking at this at my computer screen. Sorry, there's the camera right there. These are less than $5 each at Walmart, and you get 100 cards. You go to avery.com/print, and you can design a business card, templates, different things of that nature. Everywhere else, Vista is good for like the first like 500, like they give you a solid deal, but then afterwards it gets pretty pricey. And business cards, I keep it simple. I put my business logo on one end, and then my name and my contact information on the other end. That's pretty much it. Keep it simple. Younger than you. I mean, younger than a lot of people, believe it or not. But some people think I'm yeah. Let's leave it at that. Trey, I'm located, I'm just outside of Tampa, Florida. So I'm in Florida. That's right. Mike, gotta stay healthy to keep up with the kids. That's right. Actually, 2018 is going to be my breakout year. I'm doing really awesome on the YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing some other things within this channel. After 15 years of smoking, I have officially quit smoking. I haven't had a cigarette since the day after Valentine's Day. That was the last time I smoked, and I quit. So I'm doing really good. I don't want to go back, so I know I'm going to quit for good. And now I'm on this health kick, and I'm back to working out 3 days a week. you know, and helping people out the best I can. It's gonna be a really awesome year. It's halfway done. We're gonna knock it out for the second half as well. 42 solid, bro. 42, you're young. I'm young, you're young. First of all, you're only 8 years older than me, number one. That you're 42, you're still young. Statistically, you'll live to like 65, 70 ish, maybe 80. So you still got about 30, 40 more years to crush it, bro. Heck, Julia Childs didn't start cooking until her mid 50s, and she's a woman. So she was older, and women weren't cooking at the time. So, and she rocked it. So if you can do whatever you want, bro. If you want to do it, you can do it. I paid $25 for 1,000 at Staples and got them the next day. $25 for 1,000 at Staples. I tried Staples. They wanted like, I think it was like $50 something plus another $30 to make the card or you know, make the template and whatnot. So it ended up being a lot more, like 80. Yeah. For 1,000. And I was like, oh, that's all right. I mean, they're definitely better. Like these Avery ones, I just needed business cards, and I have a printer, so I just kind of threw something together. But yeah, when you have the better money to do it, yeah, it's, you know, a better business card is more beneficial. It looks better. But if you're just in a pinch or you don't have the funds, then you can get 100 business cards for $5, Walmart, and a printer. $33, me and Jesus. I'm 21, been tinting since 15. Recommended shop, mobile for my stage. Shop or mobile for my stage? Oh, bro, there's a lot of pros and cons to either which one. Mobile is solid. I mean, it's much cheaper to get up and running. And you can, in the worst case scenario, you can, if you buy a van, here's the thing: if you're gonna do mobile, buy like a Ford Transit or like a Dodge Envy, like some like work van like that, where you can keep your film and keep your plotter in there. Spend a couple grand to get it wrapped, and now you pull up to a residential area. Not only do you have a running billboard, so let's say you're working in a garage for 2 hours or 3 hours to get a car tinted, but now your van is sitting outside and it's a rolling advertising, and you're gonna be get paid premium because you look like a professional and you look awesome. Worst case scenario, if the whole business folds, you can just sell the van and everything. But the brick and mortars, people feel a little bit more established. People feel more comfortable that you're gonna be there, and people are afraid of mobile guys. So there's good and bads to each one. You know, mobile sometimes is a pain because people say that they have a garage with power, and yeah, they have a garage, but it's full of crap, and their power is only in the house. Like, you know, there's things like that you got to deal with. Plus drive time. At a shop, you can knock them out and just line them up one after another. At mobile, you do one, then you got to drive to another location, do another one, drive to another location, do that one. Unless you're driving to a shop, doing a string of tints, and then going off to another shop and doing a string, you know, maybe like a detail shop that you have a deal with. That's always a good way to run too. 1 week without a cigarette. No. After the 15th, it's been like 3 months. Yeah, 3 months without a smoke. Yeah, Mike, send me a picture of the card. Definitely. Let's see. Looks like we're coming up to our time. 14 minutes on the clock. 1 hour. 1 hour since we started the live stream. Anyone else have any last minute Q&As, questions? Again, if you're just joining in and you are not a member of this channel, go ahead and hit the little blue button, the little blue square, and I think it's over here. Yeah, it should be over here. Little blue square in the bottom corner is going to help you go to the to subscribe to my channel. And then if you want to know every time I'm live or playing Fortnite randomly or upload videos, then go ahead and hit the bell notification. It will let you know whenever I upload. Flyers under wipers. Why not? Let's do it. Zazzles for your cards. Vistaprint online is what I use. Good. I love these. I love these. Yes. A lot of good options. And they're all affordable too. Like the Avery option is like this, like the hyper cheap, affordable, like the hyper affordable route. Like the hyper. If you don't have a printer, then you can't do it anyways. So, yeah. Oh, my arms are sore. I'm tired. A lot of help going on in this chat. A lot of help. A lot of activity. I like that. Laser printers are awesome. I think I do have a laser printer. I have a Brother printer. It cost me about $100 and it's like 27, 28 pages per minute or something like that. It prints so fast. It's awesome. It just spits it out, but it's only in color. I mean, only in black and white, no color. Mike, how can you not subscribe to this? See, Mike, that's what I'm talking about. I need about 1 million more of you. That's what I want to do. That'd be awesome. You know, it's like a total long shot, but that'd be awesome. If I could just get online and just show you guys my life and show you how to make money. If y'all just listen to me, if you guys were brand new, I know some people have done this before. Not a lot of people are going to take my advice. Actually, probably 90% of you are going to be like, okay, but then not really take it. But like the 1 to 2% that actually listen to me, they're going to make $100,000 a year. It's awesome. The advice I give is phenomenal. What tinters can make now, because of the shortage of tinters and because the tinters as a whole, they're all just pretty lazy and the work ethic sucks and they don't, you know, it's like, eh. But if you are a grinder and you want to make some serious, you can make 70, 80 grand a year working for a shop. I know, because I know people that make that much. So, and to make that kind of money, you would have to first of all have a master's degree in college and then work within that field. Number one, most everyone I know that has even a degree is not using it. And so it's like wasted time and money. So just listen to me and I'll make you a bunch of money. Trey, good. I'm glad I'm helping. My job, my plan is to make you more money. That's what I want to do. If you don't know how to tint cars, I'm trying to get you to tint 1 car a day. And if you're at 1, I want you to tint to 2 cars a day. And if you're at 2, I want you to max out at 4 cars a day, make $250,000, and live a good quality life, my friend. That's all it is, baby. That's all it is. Jeff asks, I always hand cut. Are plotters worth the investment? They are worth the investment at the proper time. If, for example, here's a good example. For me to hand cut, if I'm staying at one shop and they're all coming to me, I can do about 4 cars a day. That's hand cutting. Now, let's say, and that's me scheduling 4 cars a day. So if you're doing 4 cars a day and there's still more people that want to come in and still get tinted, and now you're losing money because you physically cannot tint any faster, then at that point, get a plotter. Because when you do that, I went on my plotter time. I'm usually by hand cut. I'm usually about 1.5 to 2 hours. Okay, but with a plotter, I'm down to 1 hour and 15 minutes, which means if I really wanted to, really grinded it out, I could probably do about 7 cars in a day, 6 to 7 cars in a day. And at that time, the plotter pays for itself, brother. Now, if you pay for a plotter, it's about $5,000, but you can do a lease option. And also the monthly cost. People are like, oh, it's $200 a month, blah, 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 blah. But if it's going to double your business, 1 car will pay for it. And every other car in addition, because you have the plotter, is now all profit. All profit. So yes, plotters are great investments, but it needs to be at the right time. You got to max out, got to speed your production time as fast as possible, but still clean. And then max out your time. And then once you reach both of those and you still have clientele coming in and you're losing money because you're not fast enough, then get a plotter, my friend. And that's where you're going to maximize your investment. Yeah, no matter how short or long. Tint Stuff and Patrick give great help. Yeah, Matt over at Tint Stuff is phenomenal. Phenomenal. He's one of my... Actually, funny story. I knew nothing. I learned from Matt. And because of Matt, I'm like an extreme outlier, but because of Matt, I learned how to tint, and I learned how to tint well. And I learned how to tint so well, and maybe it's because I'm a little cocky, that I started a YouTube channel, mainly because Matt like fell off the radar and stopped. He was doing his own thing, and there was no one else really in the field. Ralph Van Pelt was out there doing videos and stuff, and he was competitive too, but then now he's just more focused on selling film. So he's not even, you know, he doesn't really do a lot of tutorials anymore. I mean, I think he's trying to get back into it now because I think he's realizing that, but I mean, it was just me. But now I do this, and me and Matt are actually really good friends. I talk to him almost every day now, which is funny. But yeah, him and I are on the same wavelengths. We're trying to help people, but we also have to make this like possible for ourselves as well, because we can't be giving so much time and effort away. We do get compensated like on the back end in regards to watching people that watch us. You know, our views, like I get about 100,000 views a month. So we get a little bit of advertising money, and then, you know, we're going to set up like stores for like merch. And then, you know, obviously like Julian and Decker here with the super chats, they really help out because they, you know, that helps us and supports us as well. Helps us keep creating this content, because this stuff isn't cheap by any means. Like I think this year alone, I spent about $2,500 on equipment. All this because I was strictly off an iPhone. I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be small time. Let's do it legit, because I want to be professional for you guys. So sorry, got a little bit of a rant right there. Sorry. Let's read on some more. That's what's up, Niles. That's what's up. Mike Cordoza. You want to know how you can make $250,000 a year tinting? Deal. Let me show you. Let's see here. Mike Cordoza, here you go. The average car is going to be, let's just say $200. $150, I think, is going to be a little bit undershooting. $200 on average per car. $200 times, let's say you can do, let's see, 4 cars a day. We're going to undercut it here. It's probably better than 5, but let's do 4 cars a day, times that by 6 days a week, times that by 50 weeks a year, assuming that you don't, that you take a 2-week vacation. It's $240,000. Sell a couple more glare strips. That doesn't include upselling to ceramic or other things like that. There's your $250,000 right there, my friend. So your job, ooh, I got a lot of stuff up here. Yeah. Your job is to book the time. It's not about, you know, how to tint the cars, but it's more of how are you going to get them done. And so you got to push a lot of advertising and other things like that. But yeah, you can most definitely make $250,000 a year. Most definitely. What's a good ply for your film? 2-ply. 2-ply. 2-ply is always good. No 1-ply. No 1 mil either. 1.5 mil. 1.5 mil. Donate $10,000 to the channel. I swear to y'all, I'll make you all $250,000. I swear to you. That's what I want to do. Number one, I want to train tinters, people that want to get into this industry, because if you listen to me, I can build a good foundation. Just working at a shop, you can get up to probably 70. I know people that max out that work at tint shops that make about 90 grand a year. Just auto, no flat. So personally, I've never worked for a shop for less than 60 a year. And I make well more than that now at the shop I'm at now. So I can train people, show them how to do that. And make a decent lifestyle. For people that own shops, I also want to be able to evaluate their shops, see how we can make it more efficient, make production crank out a little bit more, and make more money. I have no doubt I can make most shops into a $200,000 to $250,000 shop a year. Easy. Niles, deal. I'll pay you 90, and I'll take 250. Yeah, deal for sure, for sure. Oh, that was a good one. Underpaid. Need to get this gig rolling. Why doesn't shops pay to keep great tinters? Niles, that is true. Why do shops not pay to keep great tinters? Just because they don't see the value of it. You got tinters. You have to work like on a whole, like a year basis, not like seasonal. Don't ever work seasonal. But like I just showed you, if you're doing 200 cars a day, even at let's do this. So that's what you could potentially make for a shop. So let's say you're at a 30% commission. Now you're at $72,000 a year. Okay. Now if we clear this, 240 minus 72,000 a year. Boom, 68,000. Let's just say your film cost is at 10%. That's another minus 24,000. Boom, 140,000, 144,000. Double. The owner is making double what you're getting paid. So if someone ever had a question in regards to how much, why owners shouldn't be paying more or aren't paying more, just show them that a tinter is worth their weight in gold. Worth their weight in gold. Decker, I mainly tint. Just this year I got into PPF. I went to a training class in Virginia doing PPF. I've only done about 3 kits, so I'm not the best at it. I'm always improving, but for my other friends that do, like Rick McIntyre is one of my really good friends, and he's like the god of like PPF, and he said about 30 to 40 kits on to be efficient at it. So I'm still learning. That's why I haven't put any videos or anything else out on that. But yeah, I do PPF as well, and a couple other little things. Commercial installs. That's right, baby. Hey, flat glass is good money too. Flat glass is great money. Great money. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. If you guys, and here's a good thing, if you guys can do auto, you can do flat. Not vice versa. If you only do flat, that doesn't mean you can do auto. But if you do auto, you can definitely do flat. And if you can do flat, it's solid. You're probably getting $7 to $8 to $9 minimum per square foot. And here's a car. A car is only going to get 30 to 33 square foot unless it's going to be a large SUV. Then maybe you crank it out to 35 to 37 square feet. That's it. Commercial gigs, flat glass gigs, it could be, the whole building could be glass. You know? And then it's stupid money at that point. So commercial and residential, solid. But you have to cover yourself, so you have to have like workers' comp. You have to be able to have enough capital to cover your overhead and the cost of film until you get paid. So yeah. Yes. 88 flat glass. Yes. There's not a lot of videos on flat glass too. And my guys are phenomenal at flat glass, bro. Stupid good. How are we doing? Been on here for about an hour and 20. At this point is where my old lady starts to really starts to whine at me. So let's see here. I think we're gonna wrap it up for today. Keep an eye out. I might be popping on for a little Fortnite. Maybe not tonight, but soon. I don't know. And God, guys, it was a blast. As always, it was good times. Always good. Decker, welcome to the channel, my friend. For all of you brand new, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can see me. Hit the bell notification so that you're notified whenever I put up a stream, a live stream, a channel of anything. Just you'll be notified. Super chats, thank you again, Decker, and thank you again, Julian. $5 and £5, super awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it out for this evening, but it was a great one as always. And if you guys have any questions, concerns, shout outs, make sure to come back next week. All right, have a great one, guys. We'll talk soon.